the best halves of offensive basketball we could have asked for. Great movement, great passing, great everything.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the three ball as well as he has to this point.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone, being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second. Half width. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Fresh is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Paul George.
George, no good on the free throw.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint. He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
And it's Hill penetrating. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pass to Lee from deep. And the Bulls, another 3.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Hill kicks to Lamb for 3. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide-open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star weekend, no D.
And George, here we go. Can't get it to go. Prince with the defensive effort. Chicago has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. There's Lee with the 3. It's hauled in by George.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Hill, and he makes good on the layup. Hill's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Took him no time at all on that one.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
The feed to Scola. Dishes to Lamb. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Hill. And Lee pulls it down.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Not sure about that one, guys. That was really deep, especially for him. He's not a great shooter from out there.
Not sure what he was thinking about there.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hill against Prince. And George kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Scola. Gibson with the steal. And here's Lee outside. And the shot is good. Lee's got 58.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Hibbert with a screen on Butler. George passes to Lamb. Hill has the open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. George with the ball. Noah picks him up. Hill drives in. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hill's got 4 points this quarter. The Bulls shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Lee outside. They get it again. Here's Noah. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Teams changing it up here. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Prigioni. 5 points in the game. Outside, George. He kicks it to Prigioni. Butler from outside. The shot is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we welcome you back to the Eastern Conference Finals here on 2K Sports. And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yeah, it's the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard. Serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
And for Chicago, Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. Then it's Fresh, and it's Bairstow in at the center position. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Prigioni hits them both. Now here's Lee. From deep three-point range. The long distance three is buried. Lee's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bulls. Here's Prigioni. And for Chicago, Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. Then it's Fresh, and it's Bairstow in at the 5 spot. Inside, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And for Indiana.
These guys putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
And for Chicago, Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. Then it's Fresh, and it's Bairstow in at the center, filling out the middle. And Lee pulls it down. No good with the layup.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebound. And always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
From deep, and the Bulls another 3.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
And you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
Here is Miles, guarded by Heinrich. Shot clock at 6. Left side, George. Almost, but it rolls out. The Bulls have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. That's a 2 from Lee. Again, Chicago.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Prigioni dishes to George. Out to the right wing. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Miles. Off target with his 3. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. They get it back. Bairstow, the pass to Heinrich. There's Lee with the 3. No good. For Indiana, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And George, here we go. Wide open. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Shot's good.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And Prigioni kicks to George. Moves back up. Lee with the block.
2 minutes, 2 and 1.
1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Cans the shot from the wing.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Prigioni dishes to George. Baseline jumper will not go. This is off the front iron.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Lee outside, and the Bulls another 3.
Well, if there were ever a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Lee. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Miami's checked in for George. McDermott's checked in for Chicago. E'Twaun Moore comes in for Kirk Heinrich. That's a 2 from Lee. Misses off the left iron.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And the pass to Prigioni. Lee with the steal. From deep. That's good.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Prigioni passes to Miles. He feeds it to Prigioni. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
To the left wing, the 3 ball, and the Pacers another 3.
Man, oh man, Kevin. He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
Lee outside. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
He tried to shoehorn along the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Pretty good defense there to force the turnover.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team.
Well, a nice win for you.